Hello, everybody. Kimberly Watson Johnson with People's Trust Realty coming to you today with Fact or Fiction Friday. Yes, I said Fact or Fiction Friday. Yay, it's the end of the week. What are you going to do this weekend? I don't know what I'm going to do, but hopefully, oh, yeah, I do. I'm cleaning out the garage this weekend. Yeah, hey. So today, for Fact or Fiction Friday, I want to talk about the misconception of the senior living, 55 plus communities. We are in Florida, especially in the Spring Hill area, and it's considered a retirement place. So let's talk to my 55 and up people. Well, I'm talking to everybody, not just my 55 and up people. Okay. Now, misconception, these are the rules. You cannot live in a 55 plus community if you are under 55. I will repeat that little fact or fiction tidbit. You cannot live in a community that is 55 plus if you are under 55. Well, as y'all know, I'm all about busting these myths, so you know that is not correct. That is not correct. So that's a misconception. Here in Florida, with our senior living, we have something we call the 80-20 rule. It's the 80-20 rule of senior living. What does the 80-20 rule mean? Well, at least 80% of the community has to be 55 plus in order for it to be considered a 55 plus community. What does that mean? Well, that means that 80% of the community has to be 55 plus, but guess what? There's that other 20%. That other 20% can be any age. So they can't block you out if they ain't got a lot of people in there. If they don't have at least 20% in there, that's like under. And truthfully, they don't even have to have that 20%. I was misinformed and was told that they are required to have that 20%. And so I started doing some research. That's where this question came from. And only to find out that that 20% doesn't necessarily have to be allowed for people less than 55. So now, this is where it's just confusing. So, is often referred to as an 80-20 split. So I'm going to read this because it's the HOPA. What does HOPA stand for? Is Housing for Older Person Act of 1995. That states that the minimum standard to obtain housing for persons who are 55-year age or older status is that at least not 80% of the occupied units be occupied by a person 55 years or older. There is no requirement. Once again, I said there is no requirement that the remaining 20% of the occupied units be occupied by a person under the age of 55, nor is there a requirement that those units be used only for persons where at least one member of the household is 55 years of age or older. Communities may decline to permit any person under the age of 55, and they may require that 100% of the units have at least one occupant who is 55 years of age or older, and may permit up to 20% of the occupied units to be occupied by persons who are younger than 55 years of age, or set whatever requirements they wish, as long as at least 80% of the occupied units are occupied by one person 55 years of age and older. And so, as long as such requirements are not inconsistent with the overall intent to be housing for older people. Okay, so I read that so you can have the verbiage to know where this came from. So there is a misconception that they are required to allow 20% to be under 55. And that is not correct either. They do not have to allow anyone under the age of 55 in their community. The only thing they are required to do is 80% of the community has to be 55 plus, which means that the 80% being 55 plus, that's what allows them to be considered a 55 plus community. So if you had any questions around that, now I just answered them because I needed to answer them for myself because I needed to know. Either way, that's my thing for Fact or Fiction Friday. If you have any questions or you have anything you want me to answer, please send them over to me. You can shoot me an email, text message, or you can just put them right here below this video, and we'll get these questions answered for you. I'd appreciate some questions. It would help me keep up with what you guys want to know as opposed to me just throwing random topics out there. Well, have a great Friday. Thank you for watching Fact or Fiction Friday. Kimberly Watson Johnson, People's Trust Realty, giving you keys to home ownership. Goodbye.